Drew Brees is going to retire.
And Drew Brees,
I think that's the right call.
Made official what a lot of
he's
people
concerned about what I think about.
were expecting in a video Instagram post. He announced, with the assist of his 4 children,
which I asked Greg if that bothered him,
that after 20 years as a player in the NFL and 15 years as a Saint, it was time to retire from the game of football. And he, Drew has been very much beloved. He had a little run-in there for a while with the national anthem, but overall very much beloved. And, he really, for him to accomplish what he's accomplished, I mean, he holds most every record. Are all the ones, he's right in the top with the ones he doesn't, but most passing yards for a guy who's undersized and, really looked like his career was over at one point with San Diego when he actually had to have some shoulder surgery and stuff and came back to become the quarterback he did for the Saints, win a Super Bowl. It's amazing. He's done a great job. 42 years old, Rick. He will leave the league as his all-time leading passer, the only man in professional football history to have over 80,000 yards. He has 571 touchdown passes, second only to Tom Brady. How about that?
Mm-hmm. I will say this about the kids doing it.
Here we go.
I will say this. I will. They actually did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
They didn't sound. I mean, they delivered it. So it was okay. When I first heard it, I said, "Oh, this is a bip." Mm-hmm. But they actually did a pretty good job.
Mm-hmm. So your first reaction to somebody's children talking about their retirement, your first reaction is it's going to be a bip.
We'll throw kids out. We'll throw kids out there and they're not ready.
No, yeah.
But
Do
they
we have
did a
the
great
announcement?
But now wait a minute.
Happens over here a lot.
I just seen a story. Someone accused him that racist retiring, so he's not going to retire. He's actually coming back.
All right.
Because I tell you what,
he went on that flag. I mean, he went Tuesday. He was all about the flag, and by Tuesday afternoon, all of a sudden, he's apologizing to everybody.
Yeah.
Here's the
So
announcement.
the message,
Let's
the kids were given to he was going to spend more time with us. That didn't help any.
Yeah, they did a good job. I mean, just initially, I thought it was a bit.
Here it is.
15 years in the Saints and 20 years in the NFL. Our dad is finally going to retire. So we can spend more time with us. Yay!
No, it is kind of a bit.
Hey, Burgess.
They said they got an email from Urban Meyer's kids said, "Hey, don't do that."
Yeah. But is there anybody in the league currently that hasn't completed their deal, or because we've seen that over the last few weeks with a few quarterbacks? Is there anybody left out there, free agent or can sign with the Saints if they were to go after him?
So didn't Russell Wilson, when he said, all right, I'll go to 4 teams if I decide to leave Seattle, the Cowboys were one, the Bears were one. Didn't he say the Saints?
He may have. I know the Bears are making a run at him.
Yeah.
Well, you know how
he
these
said
things.
The Saints was one of the 4 he might go to.
You know how one thing influences another. I mean, the old butterfly effect when it comes to things. And one of the emailers had just brought this up, and I'd forgot about it. But you remember when Nick Saban was at the Dolphins, he wanted Brees when San Diego was getting rid of him, and the Dolphins management didn't want him.
They went with Culpepper.
Yeah, so if Drew Brees had ended up being a Dolphin and Saban had been more successful, he may have never been back at Alabama. You just don't know how it all falls,